Well, nobody here yet. Is anybody going to come? I wonder. Might all be having their dinner. We shall see. All I need is one. Might not be the best time to do it. Oh, I mean, that's quick. Farming Fans Trains. Hello to you too. Welcome to Robert's Train Set. I think you're new, aren't you? You've not been here before. So as you can see, not much action going at the moment. I am fine, thank you very much. We've all got 8 now. Okay, blimey. We're only 1 minute and 5 seconds into the stream. So this is another impromptu live session, and it's, as you see at the bottom of the screen, it's only going to be a very short one. For the simple fact that I've got another upload coming on at 7 o'clock. Hello, Stephen Townsend. I am keeping well. So I've got 6 on. So if you watch my last stream, hello, Paul. Testing, yeah, absolutely. So as you can see, not much happening on the thing, and you might think it looks a bit weird, this picture. And I'll explain. But what I'm gonna do. I've got 5 on. I'm going to go out and please talk amongst yourselves. You're quite good at that on my streams, aren't you? And I'll get going what I'm going to bring out, he says. Right, so I'm just going to pop out there and bring in Railmaster. And I'm going to start up a couple of logos. So let's get them started, shall we? I'm going to put the lights on first. Now, this is off camera. And I think we'll start with that one first. And I'll come back to you when I've started both of these. And can anybody tell me what you think they might be? Have I got a tank engine? Not really. I've got a Ginty. It's about my and the N7, which it's close, but not one with it right over the top of the boiler. Hello, Kelly. No, that's not a DMU. You heard, Kelly. It is a diesel. You got that right, or in fact 2 diesels. So there's a little, this platform view is slightly different, or rather the way I'm bringing it to you is slightly different. But let's first of all get you a bit more interested, and I've got a 08, yes, absolutely, I've got an 08, but that's not on the layout either. Although you might later see a class 20. So what we have here is we've got my, as nobody's really guessed what it is, and I think if it was on Peter Dixon's layout, you'd know exactly what it was. But Stephen has got it. Class 37, dead right. Not just one 37, but 2 of them. So at the front of this train, I've got my Bachmann 37, but with a Hornby TTS decoder in it. And at the back of this train, I've got my Hornby Railroad 37, again with a TTS decoder in it. I've done a lot of work this afternoon to get these two to work together. So I'm going to bring them through slowly. Well, I'm only going to be on very short, Kelly, because I've got an upload at 7 and I don't want this going past that. So as I'm saying at the bottom, a short. It might be a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but we'll see how we go. So we've got 9 on. Welcome, everybody. Hope you enjoy this. And when you've seen what I've got on the track, that is, I'll explain the view that you're seeing. So I'm just going to pop out and go back to Railmaster, as I have to. And we'll get these two going. So we'll have that one first. That's it. I've got the right way around, as I have. Right, here we go. we're about to start. And I better change the signal. And the one there, although you won't be able to see that one. So, we're about to see these come into focus while I have a drop of my beer from dinner. And I went to a new hobby shop that I've not seen before. So I don't know. Now the stuttering is probably my end, not your end, I would imagine. So I hope you like that. What did you think of that? Right, coming back out. I'll slow it down a little bit. Ready? Let's have a go. It's surprising how fast it is, isn't it? Now, it all could end up in a whoopsie. We'll have to see. Right, I'm coming back to it. Hopefully nothing derails. So, have I lost you all? No, you're still here. New comments. Let's have a look at some new comments. So, yeah, we realise you don't like diesels, Kelly. So, what you've seen, and I'll let it carry on running round, is and I have to read it, you know what I'm like with my memory. So, this is the Oscura scale. The KU 001A KUA nuclear fast wagons, and reading from the bump, basically 80 foot long in real life, which is quite a length, isn't it? And 150 tons. And they're really basically to convey nuclear material. Primarily, I think, from Sellafield, from the nuclear submarines. No, wrong place, isn't it? Dounreay, well, yeah, whatever. Loads of places here. Rosyth is, I think, the submarine base, isn't it? And then there's Dounreay, which is up in the north of Scotland. But they can appear in Carlisle, Crewe, Exeter, Georgemouth Junction, Inverness, Moss End, Washwood Heath, and Wembley Yard. They also make periodic trips to Eastleigh. Now, as I run a train set, and I'm not too bothered what I run, as you can tell, and they are primarily supposed to have DRS locos on them, either these 37s or even nowadays maybe the 68s, of which I've obviously got one in the compass delivery, but I've only got one of them, so I thought I'd try and do this. And when they've got nuclear waste from the submarines, so apparently it's a Royal Navy train. And you might notice I've got a couple of Southern Region carriages on here. One a Mark 1 restaurant, and the other one, I think it's a Mansell, I'm not quite sure, or the other one that does it. Because they did have special wagons, special coaches, barrier coaches they're called, but they were armoured and they had 30 troops in each one, and they had a blocked off door that they could fire through, apparently. Now, Bachmann did make some carriages like that, but a long time ago, and of course, we haven't seen them. We've seen the back engine in real life. Yeah, it's still going around, I think, and obviously the Codus ones probably are as well. I don't know. Hello, King Fox. Who else we got? You got a new Christmas tree, Kelly. Well done. So I found that I had a hobby shop, or more realistically, a proper model railway shop in Ipswich, which I didn't know about. So I actually went and visited it, and they had this in their display, and I thought that looks pretty good. I mean, they're not cheap, as we know. But what I like about this one is it'll run around my layout without hitting anything. Now, you would think, looking at the size of it, and we've got a derailment on the carriages, not on the new ones. I shall just see if I can get it back on, which I'm not going to do. So I'll go off a minute. Be back in a tick. Hang on. Get it all on the thing. As we all know, when you have it on the film, it does a whoopsie, doesn't it? So I'll turn the boat off. That's it. But that's all we've got. So we've got the it's actually gone across onto the other track, which is clever. So I'll try and do that one. And it wouldn't be Robert's train set stream without a derailment, now would it? Come along, people. You know what I'm like. But I do try and do these different things. Yeah, this is just. I think this coupling on this carriage sticks. So I'm going to turn it round the other way and see if that helps. I'll probably make it worse, but we'll see how we go. So I'll couple that up to that. We'll come along there, and then I just need to put this one back on. And these are a little bit of a fun to put on because there's two double bogies at each end, which you probably maybe saw there. And as always, these take far longer to do than you think they're going to. So I think we've probably seen enough of the trip through the station, and these back ones are fine. So I'll get it going again. Right, just need to couple that up. I don't think the old couplings were better for sort of coupling up automatically. These seem to, because they all wander all over the place. So right, got it running again. So let's have a go. I'll give you let's have a couple of horns. Right, let's get going. I'll put it back at the speed I had it before. Another sip of beer. I'll run it through the station one more time and hopefully it will stay on the track. I'll give that point a twiddle in case it's that causing it. And I'll do that one just in case it's that one doing it. Right, hopefully that will carry on now. So I'm now going to try and do something that the only one I've seen do it is Sparky from the US. And he does his with a proper GoPro. But I'm going to try and give you a view from the track. And that's why I've got the 20 down here, because I'm going to put that little camera that you are actually watching now on the truck. We'll see how we go. So I'm going to leave them running round. And hopefully it'll I'm going to come back to you because I want to see what's happening. So I'm going to on the way to put it on the truck. I'll just show you this from a different angle. So get ready with the seasick feels, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this. Different. So just about to take off from the platform. And we're spinning round. And the pilot of the I've got to get down back in there. So I don't know what we're seeing because I can't see it from here, but there we are. Right, so we're carrying on. I'm going to dip under this bit of wood. Oh, and we've stopped. Look, we've got another crash. Never mind. Right, I'm going to put this on. I'll sort that out. And now you're at the front of a class 20. So I'll just pop out. Hello, Neil, everybody. I'll come back to you in a minute. I've just got to sort this out. Hang on. That might look all right when I get it going. Right, just stop them. That's it, and we'll get them going. It's that, must seem to be that southern carriage that's doing it. So, yes, that seems to be that. So whether I did check the back-to-backs and it seems right. I think it's more maybe the coupling. But it's the right size coupling for what we need. This couldn't be a more awkward place, could it? There we are. Right. Yeah, this coupling locks up for some reason or other, and I don't quite know why. So, I don't know. Right. It's probably all the weight. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the buffet car at the front and this one at the back, because then it might not get as much pressure on it. So please keep talking amongst yourselves, peoples. Now's the time going. No, we're not doing too bad, are we? Oh, that didn't help, did it? Not the best place to put one of these on a point, is it? Could end up in tears here. Maybe. Yeah, that's not too bad. Luckily, the Hornby 37 is pretty light, unlike the Spatman one. And they are pretty weighty, these nuclear blast ones, like real thing, I suppose. Right, let's see if we get any better with that. Right, okay. And that coupling gone bad again. It's okay. Right, I'll get it going. And I'll give you I'll run it past the camera as it is at the moment. So let's go. We better have a horn. And an answering one. There we go. So it'll be round in a minute. And hopefully it won't be oil. I'll give that point a twiddle in case it's causing that there. But I think it's more the coupling. So here we come. So we'll now get the 20 going in the opposite direction. And I'll put a bit of sound on to it as well. It doesn't seem to want to make any sound unless we can't hear it. Oh yeah, there we are. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, here we go. I don't know what this looks like on there. It's pretty good here. Oh dear. Hang on. Somebody hadn't put a... Mr. Controller hadn't done that properly, had he? Naughty boy. He left the point open. Okay. Easily remedied, hopefully. So how about that, people? It's a proper crash live. Hardly bad. It's good I've not practiced any of this. The one off. All right, leave that bogey on. That's it. Luckily the camera is pretty good. Right. Okay, start going round. What have we knocked off? Not much. Right, have another go. Well, I don't know. I must have accidentally moved that because I don't remember twigging it. I'll have a little run round the layout with the thing while I get this all sorted. Aha! We've lost the coupling from somewhere. I don't know from where. Well, that's still there. It's off of this. It's off the front southern region footway car this time. It's these funny, these connections that aren't very good. The ones that pop in, Right. Okay. Doesn't want to sit on there very much. Get that one out. So watch out for the big ant. Right, that's on. Right, we need that one on. And then we can go, hopefully. It's all good fun. That's what I say. That's what we do it for. So let's see if we can couple up. Not quite. Let's slide that on there. Right, this one can come round. Could be fun. Yeah, that's on. Right, just need to rip this carriage off. I don't know if I've got any of you still with me. That is a problem when you've got to use the Railmaster to control them as well as do the live stream. They are loose. I think I might stick a bit of glue in there at some stage. Anyway, I think in a way it saves the whole train being pulled off the rails because it just breaks it. Right, I think we're there. Okay, let's have another go. I'll just twiddle that point where it should be. Don't know how that happened. It's amazing. Right, here we go again. Forward for that, back for that. There we are. Hopefully it will go round. So I'll come back to you. I'll slow down the backman a little bit, I think, because with the combined speed of the two, that'll be quite fast. And yes, it's a bit notchy. Right, I'm coming back to you, see what's going on. Are you still with me? 12. Okay. Homework in primate. Does that mean you're a chimpanzee? Oh, if you are, well done. If not, well done. Not a bad name, that's a bit. Right, what else we got? Hello, Neil. Yeah. Anybody else? I don't know. We're going to see a Class 08 at the weekend. Are you farming fans trains? Yeah, they're a nice loco, aren't they? The Hornby one, I really like the Hornby one. Hi King Fox. I think I said hi to you, didn't I? Is it, it's double O. This is up in the loft. Have a look at my channel. There's a lot on there. I believe they do. I was told up to 30 personnel in the carriage, which is quite a bit. So, right, right, as you can see, I got my stream back up and running, and right, what else we got? I'll put that up for a minute. I like the 37. Obviously, I've had a lot of trouble with Bachmann 37s on Railmaster, but Mr. HST has been running, Kelly. You just haven't been watching it. Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't actually. I wasn't fair. I'd actually opened the points, Kelly. I maybe caught them with my finger, maybe, or maybe the derailment thing. What, the 37s aren't as fast as the 40? Well, it's progression, isn't it, with the numbers? Thank you very much. I'm going to take that one off. I always like a comment like that. It's not really. I mean, it's basically a Hornby train set, and it's basically all on track map, albeit not one track map, about 5 or 6, which I sort of all cut up and made it look as though it was ballasted, which it isn't. There is no ballast on this layout, except this little bit in the critter yard, which is right where I'm sitting. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining. Right. Wyvern, hello Wyvern. Right, so I'll get rid of that. That is definitely a different name. What I'm going to do, I'll go back into Railmaster, and hopefully it will stay on the track, but we never know. And I'll get the 20 going the same way, so that we can follow it. I like Alan at Dragon Junction. So we need to go backwards. So by the time it slows down and it speeds up again, it'll probably be right past it, but never mind. Here we go. I can speed it up a bit if I have to. Yeah, I need to speed it up a bit. Let's go a bit quicker for it. Come along, Mr. 20. I need to speed up a bit more than that, I think. Right, get your seasick pills ready, everybody. Actually, by the time this speeds up, it'll be missing it. So we'll slow it down again, and it'll catch up, hopefully. Right, here it comes. A little bit slower. It's not the fastest reacting logo, this. Hey, we've left the train behind, everybody. I think that coupling's come out again. Oh dear. Now what's happened? Okay, right. Just a minute. I moved you back to there. And I'll wind you up a bit. Something's gone off. I think the camera's gone off. The little cube. Perhaps it's run out of power. Let's go and have a look. I've got to go over here anyway. Hello, everybody. Yep, coupling's come out. I think it like that. No, the old camera's going on. Right, I'm going to do I don't know if you can hear me because I might over the other side. I'm going to try and hold this coupling in a bit better, and I'm going to put a little bit of blue tack on it. And I'll just get the tablet that you were watching on. Right, let's have a little bit of blue tack in the hole. And see if we can get it a little bit tighter so it doesn't keep falling out, because it's annoying. It must be annoying for you, and it must be annoying for me. And it definitely is annoying for me. So let's see what happens. A little bit of that there. And push that on. I think they're called running repairs, aren't they? And I'm going to use my little electric tester to push it down a bit, and hopefully that might stay in a bit better. So I'll see if I can connect it up again, and we'll get that running. And then I'll try and find out why we lost the link. Could be interference from all these trains going, of course. There we are. Oh dear. Oh, it's been certainly instant packed, hasn't it? Right, connect it up again. So hopefully this might stay in a bit longer. We'll have to see. I should have done that a bit earlier. How are we doing for time? We've got an hour, so not too bad. So we want to reverse, we want to go forward. Let's go. Right. So why have I lost the link? I don't know. Oh, guys, it's a low battery on. Unfortunately, it's a low battery on my tablet, so I can't really do much about that. So I think we'll turn it off. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll, if I have a fully charged battery, then I can do that again. Sounds as though the 37, what's the name, is being dragged a bit somewhat. Ah, that's probably right. The 37, we're trying to go forwards when it's being pulled backwards. This shows you the power of the backman, doesn't it? So I'm going to stop the 20. And I will take this off. And even this one's gone off. So interesting. The battery run out. Obviously, when you run it with the Wi-Fi, it uses the battery a lot more. So yeah, I think the battery's gone in there. So let me come back to you, and I'll get the 20 going forwards. So there's a bit more to see. And we'll say he's in a little bit of a hurry to get where he's going. And I'm going to upset you all by showing my mug on screen. Hang on a minute. Right. Hopefully this will go round without losing everything. We'll see. So it's a funny 15 minutes, I must admit. You sneezed again, Kelly. Right, how are we doing? That is not a railhead treatment train, Wyvern. That is a nuclear flask transport train. The railhead treatment train is what you saw on Allen at Dragon Junction and a few others. But this is actually a nuclear flask collection train. And it's in the purest scale one that I just recently bought at yeah, okay, so you've worked it out. Well done, good. Right, I'm just going to turn this now. And are you ready, everybody? Here we are. So hello, everybody. So the first thing to say is, as you know, I do have a bit of trouble with my teeth. But if you remember, I didn't wear my dentures, as I'm not at the moment. I had a single vampire tooth hanging down. So if I just open my mouth slightly, please look away if it's going to disturb you. I haven't got it anymore. And I can't look at the screen because I can't hold my head up. But I had it out because it had started breaking into loads of bits. And it did put up a fight, I must admit. It took about 10-15 minutes to get that one out. And I've had a new tooth put in my false ones, but now they're a bit loose. They're not great. And when I first had it done, it was awful. It was rocking like a rocking horse, really bad. So I'll just explain to you how I was bringing you those pictures. Now, unlike Sparky 107, who has a GoPro, which can actually transmit direct to the internet by Wi-Fi, none of my cameras actually will do that, or at least I haven't found a way of doing that. So as you saw, I used my little cube, this one, which if you haven't seen it before, it's 35mm square. It's quite small, and I do all my driver's views ones, and I also plonk it down on the platform to give you those level. So what I actually did was put that on and got it working. And if you turn, hang on, let me show you here. You turn that button there on when it's on, that goes blue, and that is then a Wi-Fi. This is basically like a Wi-Fi hub, and it's sending out a signal which you connect into. And on that, if I swing you around about, I'm sure you've had enough of me. So we're going to swing around slowly. And we've got 9, so we've got a few, but never mind. So on what's usually there to give you an extra camera view is now sitting there. And I had that on, and I've got an app on there that connects to that Q camera, and that's what you were seeing. And then I obviously had this camera here in front of it, like I did with the fiddle yard screen on my last video, on my last live stream, that got cut off rather abruptly because my internet went down for a day and a half. So we've gone back to 11. So yeah, it's not nice, is it? Well, yeah, mine are all, my top lot have always been pretty thin. I'm going to move you back. I'm sure you don't want to watch it that. And that's run out of battery. It's the only thing I didn't charge up. I charged up the all the others. So we'll get a bit closer. I'll take it off the stand here, like so. And that's trapped under there. And I'm sorry if it's a little bit off-putting. I'll do it as slow as I can. And we'll go back to one of the usual positions I do it from. So, a little bit more. That'll do, won't it? How's that? So, yeah. So I've got my beer. So cheers, everybody. On my dinner. I don't eat an awful lot of sweets, Kelly. I do have. The only thing I have that's really sweet is the honey, to be honest. And I have jam, obviously, and marmalade at the weekends on my toast. So I'm going to start finishing this now because it's 10 past 6. And we've been on, believe it or not, 37 minutes. So I hope the picture isn't too bad, and I think the stuttering on the on that little camera was due to obviously the Wi-Fi is actually in this room. It's not connected through my broadband Wi-Fi. It's an independent Wi-Fi from both of those two items. So I think it's pretty cool, really. And as you saw, it was running around okay, really. So we had a few issues. So I will obviously do a bit more of a video on these glass, although I think you've had a good look at them. I will actually stop the train and just show you a few more close-ups with this camera, which isn't ideal, and obviously brought in when it's coming down the Wi-Fi signal, it's not great, but I think now that I've got the faster broadband, it's not too bad, and everybody's gone quiet now. Are you all being nice and listen to what I've got to say? So, what do you think of it? Do you like it? Does it make a realistic train? Obviously, I can't have the proper barrier wagons. And apparently, if it hasn't got any nuclear fuel in it, it could be pulled by a diesel with no barrier wagons, and probably only one diesel. So I can always do that as an extra, running bit. And just show it doing that. And the Codus rail freight, albeit not, and I can also probably do it with the 68, although I do wonder whether the cut pin will cause problems on that. As we know, it can cause a lot of problems. Right. Hopefully you're all furiously typing at the moment. We'll have another drop here. And then, as I say, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. I'll go to 45 minutes, but then the last time I did that, it cut out, didn't it? So hopefully it won't. So the last comment was at 6:09, which is about 4 minutes ago. So you're all keeping very quiet. 13 on now. Welcome all the new ones. Hope you're liking this. So this is my new Pure scale KUA nuclear class wagons, which I only just recently purchased. And because I had trouble with the last stream I did, i.e. my broadband abruptly cut out, and I didn't get it back for 1.5 days, I thought I'd just do this before another upload goes up on 7 o'clock tonight, which is on something completely different to this, you'll be pleased to know. And just to clarify now, I've got the Bachmann 37 on the front of this with a Hornby TTS decoder, and on the back is my Hornby Railroad 37, again with the TTS decoder. And I spent about an hour and a half this afternoon trying to get them to run at a reasonable speed. Now, I can't actually join them together in a consist, I think you call it, on Railmaster, because it then takes the settings of the lead loco and transfers them to the trailing, and they don't work together. So these are being independently controlled on Railmaster, but I have got them fairly close, because I think if they weren't, we'd have a lot more derailments. And really, the derailments aren't any fault of the glass, nor really of the locos. It's more these two carriages I've got on. But we seem to have a relative bit of peace and quiet broken out, except for me chatting away. And I'm wondering whether we've lost the comments, because it's still. Oh no, I've got some more. Okay, right. Sorry, into that. Yeah, there is going to be. There are trains running in tonight's one. You'll be pleased to know, but not these. But I hope you'll like it. So I'm going to stop this train now. So excuse me while I pop out to Railmaster, and then I'll give you a bit more of a closer look. I want to slow them down at the right place. So what I do is, because the Hornby Railroad one is obviously a lot lighter than the Bachmann, I tend to stop that one first and then slow down the other one, the Bachmann one. So, and it's just a case of where do I do it. So I think we'll try it there. I've now stopped the one at the back, which is being dragged. And we'll now slowly slow the Bachmann one down. I don't know how close I'm going to get to this, because it's obviously right close to the. Oh, there we are. And I will stop the 20. I'll just stop the 20. So I'm going to take this camera and I'll come back to you. And this will be the last bit, I think. Hello, comrade. Welcome to the thing. I'm about to finish it, unfortunately, but you can watch it back. And there'll also be another upload at 7 o'clock. So I'm just about to move the camera now, and I'm going to show you a closer up look of it. And while I do, I'll put this light on, which might help it a bit. That one, in it? No, not that one. Which one is it? Must be that one. Yeah, I'll put that one on. That might give us a bit more light. So I'll try and see what I'm looking at. Now, as you see, I'm sure these have been on, and they're probably not new, but I think they're not bad. I mean, obviously this doesn't focus as well as a proper video camera, but they're very detailed. They're also, I would say, with these railings, the white railings, fairly fragile. And if I could stretch this camera far enough, I'll show you where I'm going to keep them, because I'm not going to keep taking them downstairs like I do a lot of the other stuff. They're going to stay here. So if I can extradite the cable for this, we'll have a little walk around the layout and see. But you know, they're a nice wagon, and they do considering they've got all these bogies, they do actually follow the track very well and don't hit on any of my platforms. They also go over the points pretty well, especially when they haven't got these troublesome carriages on the front and the back. And let's see, so I'm going to just I'll just plonk you down there for a minute so you can have a closer look if it will stay there. What are you getting? Yeah, well, sort of, isn't it? And I've just got to sort this out. I just put under the carpet because I didn't want to trip over it rather than move. So let's lift the carpet up and bring that out from underneath. That's it. And I don't quite know how far I'm going to get with this, but we'll have to see. I suspect I won't get where I want to get to. So here we go, everybody. A little walk round. Follow me on my little travels around the layout. So we're going to go duck under the roofing members and see how far I can get. We're getting there. Right, that's probably about it. Yeah, so we're here. And I suspect it's quite dark. I shall plonk that down there. And I hope you can see it. If it will stay there because it's pulling on the lead. If I put that around there, that might hold it. And see what you're seeing, I don't know. It might be very, very dark. Oh yeah, you can see that, I hope. So this is this little siding I put right down at the end of the fiddle yard. And there are videos on how I built this and whatever. And this glass train fits beautifully on there. Not with obviously the carriages, just the glass. And it just about fits. And it finishes about where the bend starts, so the curve. I'm going to leave them there. That'll be great. Right, everybody? So I'll give you a little view of the layout as I bring the camera back. Try and do it as gently as I can. Sorry about that. So this is over. Excuse me. This is the side where the back scene is. If you haven't seen the layout before. And yes, it's a Hornby engine shed and a Hornby goods shed. Because it's a Hornby layout. Why wouldn't it be? And if I just go down a bit. There we are. Now, I've got something for Tony Northeastern, if he ever watches my layout, which I think he does. I did manage to get your emblem on my shed here, Tony. Well, thank you very much. It's a good idea that they're sticky. They stick very well. Well done. So you're on. And if you haven't seen it before, up this end, excuse the post. I've got one from Alan at Dragon Junction on that end, and one of mine on the other end of the building, because I know what layout it is. So we go back on the thing, and I hope the drone pilot is doing it gently enough for you. More of the drone in later videos, and I'm now going to appear in shot again. And has everybody disappeared? Yeah, quite a few. Don't blame me. Hello, March West Junction. Let's swing that round a little bit. There we are. It was the best thing I did when I actually managed to connect this to go onto a tripod. Yeah, you go off, Kelly, and I'm going to go off as well because I've gone over my 45 minutes. And I am fine, thank you, comrade. And I'm about to end this, so I hope you've enjoyed this. It was certainly, I think, different, wasn't it? And really, the battery power of the tablet let me down. So I'll recharge that up. So as far as I can remember, it did say there was over an hour of battery life. And as I've only been going for, what, 3/4 an hour or so, I thought, but I suppose using the Wi-Fi, again makes it use a lot more. Hello, March West, TMD. I am unfortunately about to go, and all I can say is thank you very much for finding me, and don't forget to look at my video that's going up at 7 o'clock, which might interest you. It's about some carriages I got the other day when I was at the train fair and live steam just up the road that I did a video on, and they're basically some triang carriages, and I did various things. So hello, Christian. Sorry mate, I'm about to go on this because in about 35 minutes time there will be another upload, and I'd like this to be uploaded and sorted. So cheers everybody. Thanks for watching, as I've said before, and please come again, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and comments will be welcome. Funny enough, we do not get many comments on live streams, do we? We get quite a good few views, but not many comments. I suppose because you all say it in the chat, don't you? So I'm about to end this broadcast, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I've repeated that 3 times now. So to the sound of 2 37s and a 20 ticking over, ready to go, I'll say goodbye. So here we go very soon, and bye everybody. Bye. Cheers.